Okay, folks, Rich Van Tassel here with you, giving you the recap of Game 4 between the Atlanta Hawks and the Boston Celtics. The Celtics evening the series up at 2 games apiece with a 104-95 overtime victory. Looking at this game, starting with Atlanta, clearly Paul Millsap has come to life, had 45 points, 13 rebounds, 19 of 31 shooting, 3 of 6 from downtown. He really carried Atlanta all game long. Obviously, the rest of the team did not shoot very well. They shot 37% total, 37 out of 100 exactly. So outside of that, they were only 18 of 79. I'm not sure what the percentages are. That's, right around 25%, I guess. I'm just trying to do the math off the top of my head. So clearly not very good there. Some guys off the bench, Thabo Sefolosha and Dennis Schroeder, were minus 26 and minus 20 respectively. Al Horford held in check. Jeff Teague hit some big threes late in the game, obviously late in regulation, but still only 4 of 18 total. Kyle Korver got off to a hot start, was 3 for 11 shooting, 3 of 9 from three-point land, and had 10 points. For the Celtics, we're going to look at Marcus Smart. Was this his signature game that's going to really propel his career? He was plus 24 for the game, had some big shots in the fourth quarter, played some good defense on Paul Millsap when no one else could seem to stop him. Isaiah Thomas contributed with 28 points. Jonas Jerebko, very good, hit some big threes as well. 16 points, 10 rebounds. Now, my dad wanted me to shout out saying that he thinks he looks like Andy Dufresne. For those of you who don't know who Andy Dufresne is, that was Tim Robbins' character in The Shawshank Redemption. Certainly, I guess, befitting of the Celtics, considering Stephen King is a big Boston fan, but I like the comparison. Someone said he looked like an SS officer, so that's where we'll go with that. And that's it. Jay Crowder snapped out of it early, finished with 12 points, but still looking at a shooting percentage, only 4 of 11 and 2 for 9 from downtown. My player of the game for the Celtics, though, was Evan Turner. 17 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, big buckets in overtime, had some big man-style rebounds at the end of the game as well. He was only plus 6, but Evan Turner clearly providing some big moments. He also had that late assist to Isaiah Thomas on a late 3 that sealed the victory. Now, Atlanta turned the ball over a lot. So did the Celtics. It was 14-14. The Celtics, that's how they want to play. They want to get out and run. They also don't want to turn the ball over against Atlanta, so that's something both teams are going to have to correct moving back to Atlanta. Now that Paul Millsap has woken up, we talked about how big he was early in the season against the Celtics, or during the regular season against the Celtics, so we'll have to see what he can do coming forward, if he'll still continue to be playing great. But hey, Atlanta, their shooting percentage has really not been great this entire playoffs. They shot 12 of 43 for downtown, made one more 3 than the Celtics, but the Celtics were 11 of 33 and shot 42.6% total. So the Celtics still haven't really shot great, so this is what's making this series interesting. I don't think the Celtics have executed their game plan nearly as well as Atlanta has in any of these games. Atlanta had an extended run of 17-0 that leaked into the third quarter, started late in the second quarter. So that's why it's hard to know what's going to happen with this series heading back to Atlanta. You would expect that's been a bit of a house of horrors, and the Celtics have gotten off the slow start, so we'll see what happens then. But certainly the Celtics have got to cut down on their turnovers. They've got to figure out Paul Millsap. Atlanta has to figure out their turnovers, keep Paul Millsap going, and make sure that they can shoot better. Jeff Teague, like we said, hit some big shots, but was still only 4 of 12. So be sure to check out CLNS Radio. I should be calling in. Hopefully I'll get on. And we will give you another recap following the end of this Cleveland-Detroit game as Cleveland goes for the sweep. And remember, we appreciate all subscriptions. Thank you very much.